So what are some of the things I've learned about consultants over the years? Well, I've learned about the importance of the post-mortem. You cannot learn your lessons if you don't know what your lessons are. I can't overstate this. Even when the project was a success, post-mortem. It might be smart not to wait until the end of the project to do post-mortems. You can learn along the way as well. Individual consultants or small consulting teams often go through these boom or bust phases. So you'll go months without a consulting project, and then there'll be a 3-month period where everybody and their neighbors want you to work with them. Your work-life balance is affected by this. When you don't have contracts, you worry about not having contracts, and when you have contracts, well, you usually have 7 contracts. To survive boom periods, you need stellar project management. And you need to find something to do during bust periods. Well, if you don't have projects lined up, sure, you want to go out and try to get projects, business development. We'll talk about that in the next series of videos. But you can also use the lulls for research and learning, because you're supposed to keep on learning throughout your career. Why not take advantage of the bust periods to do so? You are going to have unreasonable clients. Get a lawyer and develop a support system before that happens. But more importantly, the best way to protect yourself against unreasonable clients is to have other things to occupy your mind. Exercise, develop hobbies, do some volunteering, be something other than a consultant at times. If a project goes belly up, it's not the end of the world. But it can certainly seem that way when you're in the middle of the blow up. Teamwork, not easy. Sometimes you will feel that your teammates are actually hindering you rather than helping you in your pursuit of success. The teammates just don't understand what you're trying to do or what needs to be done, or they'll focus on something you consider to be superfluous. It could be that you're right, and it could be that you were just arrogantly thinking that other people don't know what they're doing. In either case, treat your team members and the client, by extension, with respect at all times. There's going to be multiple times when you'll be really, really, really happy to have your teammates on board. You can do more with teammates than you can do on your own. And this is coming from the ultimate individualist. That's a lesson that I've learned over my last 40-some years. We are better as part of a team than we are as individuals. I started with an academic background. Then I went into the business world. Then I came back to academia, but I'm still in the business world. And here's one thing that I've noticed. If you're a quantitative consultant, your technical skills are in high demand. You are an expert. And what you want to do is to provide your clients with the best possible solutions. But quantitative people also tend to be academic in their ways of thinking. And we have been trained to look for theoretical solutions, general solutions rather than specific solutions. In practice, your theoretical solutions are not always actionable. Best solution means best for the client, not for you and your publishing record. I suspect that most of you will have found yourselves in a similar situation. I've always had a facility with mathematical and statistical reasoning. I knew how to read when I was 3 years old. I skipped first grade, and I was the best student in second grade. But then I realized something. I was about 1.5 years younger than my classmates, a good 6 inches shorter than my classmates, and, well, I was performing substantially better than my classmates. My presence was a continuing reminder that they weren't doing as well as I was. And so I learned very early on to try to deflect the expected dislike that was going to be sent my way by becoming a shucks kind of guy. Don't misunderstand me. I was probably going to be a right arrogant bastard if I hadn't gone that way. But selling yourself short isn't something you should do as a consultant. You have skills, your time and work is worth something on the open market. We should all have pro bono contributions, but unless a project is part of your reaching out to the community, don't work for free, ask for the going rate. Remember, there is a very thin line between confidence and cockiness. Be confident about your abilities, drop the arrogance by the wayside, and go help clients. Nothing ages faster than a quantitative consultant. When I was a student, barely anybody talked about machine learning. It existed, but nobody was really interested in that kind of stuff. There was no business applications to machine learning. Of course, if you've been awake at any moment in the last 10 years, you can't have helped but be bombarded with machine learning this, AI that, data science, big data, deep learning. I didn't get training in machine learning. This is something I had to learn on my own once I realized how important it was to have that arrow in your quiver, that instrument in your toolbox. You should try to continue learning new methods and approaches on a regular basis, because you know what? 5 years from now, it'll be something else. When I was your age, the big thing was biostatistics. It's still a big thing. It's still important. It's still interesting. But now it's become part of the baseline. Some people go to school to become biostatisticians, and they'll find gainful employment, but this isn't the program that everybody wants to join now, unlike AI and machine learning. What's it going to be 5 years from now? You need to be able to keep learning the new technologies and new approaches